Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Global Expansion Team Zoom. We have the amazing Tammy Phillips here with us tonight. Tammy is a pro at the virtual office, and she's going to show us the ins and outs of how to sponsor people, set up subscription, use the shared cart, which is such an incredible tool, as well as how to negotiate getting to the library and getting that information so you can send out information to your prospects and that kind of thing. So we've got a lot to cover tonight. Tammy, thanks so much for joining us.
Well, thank you. I am so excited to be here with you and all of your team. And I am super excited about what we are about to cover. I think what we'll do is we will start with the new shared shopping cart. For me, this one is an amazing and personal thing. I've worked on it for about 18 months, and we just keep trying to figure out how we make things better and easier. And I think with this, because we do have a current promo running in the US, North America, I think actually, that allows for people to get a free serum if they purchase $200 or more, or the equivalent in Canada and Mexico. I think this would be a perfect place to start. So I'll go ahead, I'll share my screen.
And that promotion, just to be clear, Tammy, is that for new associates that are enrolling as new associates?
Yes.
Okay.
And for new preferred customers and new retail customers as well.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay, so Cindy, are you able to see my screen?
Absolutely. Perfect.
Okay, so as you can see, I have logged into my VO so that we can do this training. So on the home page right now is that new promo if you are in the US, Canada, or Mexico. And you'll see that it says create a shared cart link. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. I'm also going to show you two other locations just real quick. Up here at the very top, there is this quick link in the top right where you will see shared cart, or on your navigation menu, which I have pinned open right now so that I can show it to you and not have it slide open and closed. It has the shared cart. So all three of these will go to the same place, but you can absolutely click this one on the banner and it's going to take you right into the shared cart creation. And so let's say we know that we have to create an order that is $200 or more, and we can do it for associate, we can do it for customer, we can do it for a preferred customer. I'm going to go ahead and do it for a preferred customer, but it's the same process if you do it for associates or retail customers. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new cart. You've been talking to somebody and you just know that they are absolutely going to love getting a case of ASEA, a clay mask, a tube of Renew, and a box of Radiance. So what we're going to do is we're going to set all of that up on today's order. So we've got the case of ASEA. We're going to go down, we're going to add the clay mask, and then we're going to get into adding Radiance, and then a tube of Renew 28. As you can see, we have gotten past the threshold of the $200. We're at $265, so this is absolutely going to qualify. If you're a little concerned about the money, you can say, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to do clay mask and a tube of Renew, you know, as we're talking about it. So you can just remove that. They're still over that threshold. You know that this is going to qualify for the automatic free tube of serum. So because this is for a preferred customer, we're also going to set this up with the tube of Renew, and we're going to add the case of ARS onto subscription. So you'll see down here that they also have a subscription that's set up. So we're going to save this one for the end of summer. So we know that this is going to qualify. Actually, I'm going to add PC just so that I know that this is one I set up for my preferred customers. We're going to go ahead and save this cart. So you'll see that this has been saved, and now we can share it. There's multiple ways that you can share this. I'm actually going to drop my shared cart link into the chat so that you can click on it and see exactly what happens. Don't finalize your order. You don't want to do that, but you can go through the process. You can play with it. You can see what it's going to be like. So we're going to say share. So because I'm doing this on desktop, I'm just going to click copy, and then I'm going to drop this into the chat just really quick. So everybody should be able to see this link right here. And I'm going to click on the link in the chat as well. So you're going to see it's going to open up in my browser window. Again, I'm on desktop. You can do this on mobile. You can do it on your tablets, however you prefer to run your business. So as we get in here, we're going to see it has added all three of those products that I put in, and it has created the subscription. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to fill out some of this information here. And I'm going to put this because I don't know what ones I've used. And so this will go through that standard process, allowing us to just create these orders, and I'll use the corporate address. And that's Pleasant. So this way I can show you what that next page is really going to look like as people are going through the process. But it's actually very quick, very few clicks. So they put in their email, their name. They say, yep, it's going to come UPS because in the US, it's got ARS, so it means it has to come UPS. And then we're just going to continue this checkout. You'll see that the end of summer promotional code has automatically applied so that that free tube of serum will get added to the order. It's right here where you'll see the free product has been added without them having to do anything. So, and then of course you would just fill out the last of the payment information, hit submit, and this order is done. They have set up their first order. They have set up their subscription. Easy. You don't have to worry. All of the products are on there. Now, say they decide, oh, you know what? I actually do want that radiance. So they can go back and they can continue to shop, and they can add within the flow. They can go down and to the cell performance. And here is the radiance. We're going to add that to today's order. But we're also going to put it on our subscription because this is an amazing product and we know that we want to have better looking skin. So we're going to add it to both places. Now we're going to go right back into our cart. We're going to see that that has been added, and then our free product is still on there. And then down here, it is also added to our monthly subscription. So we'll go back to checkout and we can just go ahead and do the same and just make sure that we've got our address in there, and that's Pleasant Grove. And we're going to save that address, and then we can continue through to the checkout. It really is that simple. That shareable link that we created, it took us, what, 2.5 minutes maybe to go through that entire process. And that was really to figure out where do we need to be for the dollar amount for this promotion. It can be used in a text message. You can drop it into a text message. You can put it into an email. You can put it into your newsletters as you are sending them out to people you know. You can put it on social media. If you're trying to test the waters on social, you can say, hey, this is a really great group of products. You're also going to get a free tube if you do this order by September 5th. So you would just drop that link in there and people can click on it. You can put it in WhatsApp. Anywhere that you can share a link, you will be able to share this shared shopping cart that will pull up and have all of these products. And while we have this promotion running, it will automatically add. Now, if they use it after this promo has ended, they'll still get the product. They just won't get the free product. So again, I think it's just really an ideal way for you to go in, create something after you've talked to someone, or as you're kind of guiding them through this process to make sure that they hit the threshold for any of the promotions. And you can do this with any of the promotions that we run. So as we are adding product bundles and those come up, you can add it in here. As we have, dollar thresholds or volume thresholds, you just kind of figure out where it needs to be and you choose the product that meets it. So, or you can do several of them. If you know you have somebody that's really only going to be interested in all of the cell performance products, add one of each of those. You're going to hit your thresholds. If you add 2 cases of ASEA, that's going to hit your threshold. So there's many ways that you can work with the different promotions depending on what they are. So I think that is kind of it's a very quick, and I understand it was a very quick way of going through it. But I think as you become more familiar with it, it really is as simple as you just go in, and I'm going to go back to that page, create a new cart. I'm going to do the same one for an associate. So for an associate, we're going to call this end of summer. And you'll see for an associate, it automatically adds the welcome kit because, as you all know, that is required for an associate enrollment. And perhaps for that one, we'll go with the person box pack, or you can still do the a la carte. So we're going to do the case of ASEA. We're going to do the clay mask. We're going to come down. We're going to add radiance. And then we're going to add the tube of Renew. And again, because we like everybody to be on their subscription to continue getting their product and enjoying that long term, we're going to go ahead and add some of those to subscription. And we're going to tell it to save that cart. Once again, we're going to share this. I'll drop it right here into the chat. And it does not take any longer than that.
That's so great.
It looks like I sent it to the hosts and the panels. Let me go in and actually make a quick update. I'm going to send this to everyone for this one. So here we go. So here's the new one that I did that's associates, and I'm going to go up here and I'm going to copy this. And I'm sorry, it's hard to share screen and keep an eye on the chat. So I've dropped both of those links in.
Awesome.
And so I'm going to click on this first one, and it is going to take me right to this associate enrollment where you see that the welcome kit is on there. We've got all of the products that we added, and then we have the subscription set up. For those of you who do not love the 4-week subscription and you want to change your starting week, or you want to change your frequency, just click on it. You can say, I want this to go monthly, and you put it right there. And we're going to start it instead of on September 28th. We're actually going to push it out to the 29th. And then we save it, and that will update. So it moves it to monthly, pushes out that date. If you don't want it to start maybe quite as soon as the frequency setting, you can also push it out a week and have it start a week later, even if you leave it on the 4-week. So it's all very, very simple right there. Again, we can go with the 4 weeks, and then we're just going to push it out to the 30th rather than have it start on the 23rd. So all of that is updated right there. And then once again, we're just going to put in, let me do this, and test2.com. Cindy, is somebody like I'm getting a little bit of feedback? Okay, and there you can see. Now, because this is an associate, There will be a couple of additional questions down at the bottom around the birth date and the social security number. So all of the standard requirements for associate forms will be on there. And standard requirements for associate forms will be on there. Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I mean, this is incredible. And this is a great way to help people set up their subscription, because oftentimes if you just send them to your site, they might order whatever they want to order, but they, that I don't know, my people tend to forget to set up their subscription. So the shared cart is a great way to show them how to do that and make sure they don't run out of product. And, of course, you have to have the conversation about how flexible it is and how user friendly it is. But yeah, fantastic. Okay, let's jump over to the front office. Let's just say you are, and you just get the front office. And then you go to okay? Oh, can you hear me okay, Tammy? I'm breaking up.
Well, it's been breaking up and kind of going in and out. And so somebody said that they couldn't understand either one of us.
Okay, well, let's just go to the front office and just go through the flow of sponsoring somebody from the front office when they press join.
Okay, so again, there's a couple of ways you can do this. The new flow is right here. So if you click on this pilot program flow, that's going to take you to the new flow that you can do, and it's in much less clicks. It's very simple, very straightforward. And then obviously we have the enroll, which goes to the current flow. And that's going to take you here where you select the account type. And then you go through the little bit longer process. So if we want associate, we're going to go through here. The thing that I really like about this flow is when you select the enrollment flow pilot program, this is actually our associate flow. We have the customer one here. And
let's just say I'm sponsoring somebody in, Kentucky. I live in Colorado. They're ready to go. We've had the conversations. They've been educated, whatever. So I'm going to send them my website, atomicwellness.team.com.
oh, yep. And let me wellness.team.
There we go.
There we go. There we go. So if we click on join here, it's going to take them into the new flow. And so we've updated this so that your replicated sites, if you are in most markets, are going to go to this new flow. They just go through, they pick their pack, they go in if they want to add additional product to it, just as an a la carte. And then they can add to their subscription, add today's order. And you'll see as it pops up over here, we're going to add some additional product here just so you can see it. And then today's order, subscriptions, and then the same. You just enter your basic information, your shipping address, save it, and then go ahead and finish your process and checkout, enter payment information. You're all done. They are put into your sponsorship tree. They are put in as an associate. They'll be put into your binary tree. Now, if you click on, oops, let me move this. It got in the way. If you click on buy here, that is going to take you to the customer flow. And you no longer have to choose right here up front with language that perhaps a customer may not understand. They do not have to determine, are they going to have a subscription? Are they going to be a preferred customer versus a retail customer? They're just going to be a customer. They can go in and they want to add a case to today's order. And then they decide that they do want to subscribe at the same time. They add it, and the pricing is going to update to give them that wholesale preferred customer pricing discount. So it will automatically adjust the pricing based on whether or not they decide to add that subscription, which is why we do have the subscribe and save. We're adding some additional marketing language around this to really help people be aware of the phenomenal discounts they're going to get with the subscription, but also just how easy it is then to have it set up. It comes every 4 weeks, every month, depending on their choice. And also how easy it is to go in, adjust it. You can edit, you can cancel. We have the money back guarantee. So all of that information is also being added into these different locations so that we can really highlight the benefits of being on subscription, but also that if you want to cancel because you don't love it, you can do that as well. So we're continuing to add additional information to these flows.
Yeah, I love that. And it's really critical that we encourage them to set up their subscription when they set up their order, because they're going to save money. So if they, you know, if they're gun shy about, oh, I don't know if I want to set up a subscription. Well, you know, you're going to pay wholesale if you set up a subscription. You're going to pay retail if you don't. I mean, that's the way it is.
And
So,
it's not insignificant. On a case of ASEA, it's $30. So it's a good discount.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So that's part of our responsibility as associates, really educating people about how this works. And let's just go through, let's go through, Tammy, if you're enrolling from the front page and you press join, but let's just say, like recently I sponsored somebody from the Dominican Republic.
Mhm.
So that market doesn't have the new flow, right?
Actually, it does.
Oh, it does
So
now.
all of our markets, with the exception of our European region, we had to rework some things there for Europe. But all other markets actually do have the new flow. So what you do is you tell it that you want to select another market. And in this dropdown, you'll see that the Dominican Republic is on there. Update it, say yes. And now we are going to be shopping with the product that is available in the Dominican.
Right.
So as you'll see, there's a little bit less in the way of product availability. But we can also change this to, if we want to go to Hong Kong. So you have somebody in the Asia region that's going to be in Hong Kong. And so we can show the product that is available there. Again, it's a slightly different product set just based on availability per market, but it will automatically make those updates so that you can see what it is in that market currency. So obviously they're seeing their correct pricing for their market where they're enrolling.
Yeah, I love that. So you just click on the flag and choose the
Right. So you can change the language if you need to, or select the market. It will, so just one quick update about this. If I get to your site, say I'm in Hong Kong and I get to your site, it's automatically going to pull up your site for Hong Kong if I'm there. So it's going to it sniffs the browser and determines location, and that's where it will default to. So if I'm in Hong Kong, it's not going to default to the US. It's going to default to Hong Kong. They can change it, but we have tried to make sure that everybody is seeing their market, and that was the best way we could make that happen, is it will actually read where they are at and based on their browser settings. So if I am in Hong Kong, or if I happen to be in Taiwan or in Canada, it's going to see that and it's going to automatically adjust. Obviously, I'm in the US, so it keeps defaulting me to the US, but I can make those changes manually as well. So,
yeah. So it will talk to you, charging you your currency and speaking to you in the language of your selection. Right. So yeah, really awesome. Really awesome. Okay. I know that we're going through a lot of stuff, but let's talk the library, because you showed us something of the library. It's so helpful. And I don't think a lot of people know about it.
So earlier this year, we did a lot of work in the library. We wanted to make it a much more functional place for you guys to find what you want to share, how you want to highlight the different resources that are available to share. So right now, this is your library homepage. And with the most recent product launch of Radiance, those items are on the top. So let's say you really like to share certain things. Maybe you like the price list. So we're going to pull up that price list and we're going to click on this little heart. And that puts it in our favorite list. So now we're going to clear this and we're going to search for, let's go maybe into the comp plan. So we're going to do this because we're talking to somebody who wants to be an associate, and we really want to highlight these 8 ways to get paid. So we're going to do this. And then one last thing, the redox serum and the glow serum, this is the new comparison charts to help you explain how and when to do is we are going to click on our favorites. And here we go. So anything that you click this little heart, it is going to hold that so that when you go back into the library, you can quickly and easily find these so that you can then share them. You can download them. They're easy for you to find. It's not a problem. You're not trying to find it later. You can say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and download this and it's going to bring this right up and I can share that link, or I can then download it and I can send it to someone. So as you can see, I've just downloaded it right here. And then I can open it up and I can print it out. I can share it with people. However I want to use it, I'm able to do so. So this, I think, is just a really, really easy way to create your own most used documents within the library. So if you have things that you absolutely love, this is an easy way to find them. Keep them all in one little section so that you can just go through, yep, this is the one that I want. I'm going to share this with somebody in my downline. I can put in their ID, send it to them, or I can download it and share it to them directly through text or WhatsApp or email. So there's just a lot of functionality here that I don't know that we've done a great job at training everybody on, and we would like to do better. So we want to make sure that you're aware that those favorites are very, very handy. We can do that with some of these items. We can go into the different videos that we have available for you to share on social media or share with people. Here's the Radiance launch call, which was lots and lots of fun to do. We can go ahead and favorite that. So we go back here, click on favorites, and you can see those are now showing in that favorite section. Say, oh, you know what? I'm not sharing the Radiance launch call anymore. I'm going to uncheck that. I'm going to do this, and you'll see it's gone. So you have the full ability to manage this just as easily as clicking on that little heart. Okay. So there's lots of ways to go through and find it.
And let's talk about that. So that's really the documents. So let's talk about there. I know that there's a choice there of audio, video. So I'm sure it's very similar with how that works, but let's just go over how that works.
So the videos and audio. So here's our launch video. Here is our new explainer video that we had created for Redox Radiance, and they work the same way. So you would just put the little heart on there and you can tell it to load all, so you can see everything that we've got. The Genesis video, we're going to add that, and Tyler's ethos. Everybody enjoys that one. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put that heart on there. And I want to make sure that I clear it off so that I can show you when I click on favorites that it has added it, and it wasn't just because I had it up on the screen. But now you'll see all of those are there. So you can do that with any of the assets that are in the VO library. So whether it is the shareable images that we've put in there, whether it is audio, whether it's linked to a podcast, all of it will be available in there for you to select and add into your favorites. So as we go through, here's In Touch with ASEA for August. We can go ahead and favorite that, and then we'll go back up, and we want to show all of our favorites, and there's that right there. So really put it into a category where you can find it, and then be able to take it on and off.
Awesome. Well, Tammy, listen, we're at the bottom of the half hour, and I really thank you. You have made it so easy. And I know that sometimes it feels like we went through that really quickly. You can watch this video again at the Atomic Wellness Facebook site, at the ASEA United Facebook site. You can also find this recording on my YouTube channel. And so, you know, I don't know how you guys learn, but the way I learn is by doing. And so I have to go into the library and click around and, you know, click some hearts and bring it up and see what happens. And that's how I learn. And then practice, do some dummy sponsorships, and set up some carts that you can share. And you know what? Be messy. You're going to screw up. You're human. It's okay. The world's not going to explode if you make a mistake. So, you know, I really encourage you to, instead of trying to get it perfect, just get started and do your best. It's just going to have to be good enough. So Tammy, thank you so much.
Thank you. And one final thing.
Yeah, please.
On these pages for the flows, for the share cart, down here in this corner, we have this little feedback. I love feedback. Tell me how you are using it. Tell me how you are experiencing. You can send it through this feedback, or you can send it directly to me and my team by sending an email to uxfeedback@aseaglobal.com. I want to hear from you. I want to know what we're getting right and what maybe isn't as intuitive as what we think it is, and where we can improve that for you. So please do not hesitate to reach out and provide feedback. I do not take it personally if you start beating it up a little bit. It helps me make it better for you. And that's really what my goal is.
Yeah, well, it's a true partnership, and we really appreciate being in partnership with you, Tammy, because if I had to design this, oh, forget about it. I mean, you are so good at this. So this is light years better than the old site. So I thank you so much for everything you've done, making it so Amazon-like, making it so user-friendly. And, you know, we just can't thank you enough. Thank you so, so much, and have an incredible evening.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.